up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com. So I actually saw this article over at Generation Iron. Nick Trigili did a video over at Bodybuilding and Bullshit, and I just wanted to address it. So Ian Valliere, who is a phenomenal bodybuilder, right? So he did this interview with Generation Iron saying that going on social media is kind of toxic. It gets you off your game, and you don't have to do it. And I think he's right. However, as a bodybuilder, you are selling yourself short not being on social media. So his thing is he posts a picture, right? Posts a picture and gets these negative comments and it messes with your head. And I get it, man. I get these comments all the time, like your arms are too small. What's up with your this? What's up with your that? And I'm not nearly at his level, even on these videos. People have been posting in the comment section. If you guys read the comment section, read it. It's fun. I interact in there when I can. They'll be like, dude, are you sick? No, man, I'm 10 days out. I have no body fat. My face looks like I have some kind of fucking disease. Give me a couple weeks afterwards. I'll put on some facial fat. Okay. Oh, he's gotten small. I'm like, how can you tell I'm wearing a hoodie? I post update pictures every day of this fucking thing. Anyway. So what I'm getting at, if you are a bodybuilder now, it's much different than when you were a bodybuilder in the 90s or the 80s or even the early 2000s. Back in those days, Dorian can literally disappear for 9 to 10 months, come out of nowhere as the Shadow. The Shadow. And win the Mr. Olympia. Now, if you want to get paid, you're not getting that big Weider contract because Weider's kind of dead. Right? Like Joe's not here anymore. And Muscle and Fitness is basically a flopping online magazine. It's kind of weak. All right. Muscular Development is all online. They're not doing shit. Nobody reads magazines anymore. We have the internet. All right. So now to get paid as a bodybuilder, like, you know, these shows that they're winning, you win like the New York Pro or some non-Olympia show. Like, okay, Brandon and Rami got hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's good money, right? You win a smaller show, you're making like, dude, Courtney, my training partner, won a physique show as a pro, won the overall. You guess how much money he got? $500. Now, as a sponsored 015 athlete, I covered his hotel. You know how much his hotel costs for the show? About $492. He made $8 if he would have paid for that. Why do I sponsor Courtney? Well, Courtney's not that great on social media. It's because he's great locally. However, where do these guys get their sponsorships? For example, look at Bodybuilding and Bullshit, Nick Trigili. Who's funding that? And I don't know who's funding it. I'm guessing Nick. The Chicken Pound. Dude, he's got all kinds of Chicken Pound. Me, I'm a bit different, right? I own TigerFitness.com. I'm self-funded. I just do this for fun. And I'm a shitty bodybuilder, and I know that, and I compete because I have something to prove. Consider it a midlife crisis, and that's fine with me. I know my position in life. But let's say you're a Hunter Labrada. Let's say you're an Ian, right? Let's say you're an Ian Valliere. Let's say you're a Akeem Williams. Let's say you're anybody. Let's say you're a non-competitor. Let's say you're Mike Rashid, my business partner, right? How do you get these sponsorships? How do you get trifecta meals? How do you get muscle meds? How do you get the Chicken Pound? Nick Trigili doesn't even compete anymore, and he's got the Chicken Pound, right? Obviously, Hunter Labrada, his dad's kind of a legend, right? So how do you get these sponsorships? Nobody gives a shit if you win a show anymore. Dude, if Dorian won the Olympia and he just disappeared, people are like, well, who's that guy? It's all about social media. Look at who's much bigger than these guys, right? Like Brandon Curry is my business partner. He has 1 million followers on Instagram, right? Look at look at Christian Guzman, right? Look at Max Tuning. These guys don't compete. And if they do, they're definitely not Olympia caliber. Like I think Max deadlifts and Christian has competed. But they are so much bigger and so much more reach than these guys. And why? Social media. Bodybuilding and winning a show only makes sense if you use that to promote it on social media. Then you get all the eyeballs looking at you. Then you get more and more followers. And then people will come and sponsor you. And whether you get an affiliate program and you're able to sell to your followers, or whether you actually just get paid to post something and there's no affiliate program, I know people who are getting like $5,000 to $10,000 a post. A post. And they don't even have to show sales metrics. So the thing with affiliate marketing, you have to actually sell something. Some of these guys are getting paid just to wear a shirt. They're getting paid just to talk about something. They're getting paid just to put an intro before their video. That's insane. So yeah, Ian is right. You don't have to post update pictures. You don't have to do all that. But his thing is it gets to your head. I'll admit I'm a little bitch. It doesn't really get to, it used to. Right now I don't care because frankly I look better than I ever thought I'd look. And if someone says I look bad, my bad is still better than the best I ever thought I'd get. I have so outperformed my own expectations of myself that I'm just happy that people are looking at my fucking picture, right? But if you're Ian, right, and you're literally standing your job, what you do for a living, you're not like me. You don't run businesses, right? You're not working 12 hours behind a fucking desk and then taking 20 minutes out of your day to do a stupid video like this. What do you get paid to do? You stand in front of a judging panel of 5 to 7 people and they critique your body and they judge you. So when you post your picture on Instagram or the New York Pro photos go out on MD and on YouTube and on Nick Strength and Power, what happens? People look at you. Now, if LeBron James missed an easy layup, people be like, oh, LeBron missed an easy layup. So in bodybuilding, if someone looks at you and they think that you're not conditioned enough or your arms aren't big enough for your chest and back like me, they're going to be like, hey, you need to work on that. And you know, sometimes like look at sports, like if you're a New England fan and you're playing the Steelers or whatever for the championship, right? And you're in the Super Bowl, and you're a Patriots fan. You're like, man, you'll never beat the Steelers. You'll never beat the Patriots Steelers. You'll never beat them. So you have fans of Big Ramy or fans of Hunter or whatever going to Ian being like, dude, you're never gonna beat this guy because they're fans. But you're not on a team, bro. You're playing you're literally you versus that other guy. It's like combat almost, right? Like you look at when certain UFC fighters fight each other, like McGregor versus Khabib, right? You look at that fight, like McGregor fans are like, dude, he has no chance. Khabib's slow, which is wrong. Khabib kicked his ass. And then Khabib fans are saying, hey, Conor, like you're washed up. You're going to get fucking crushed. We know how that one ended, right? And I'm sure Conor and Khabib had just used it as fuel. So, like, here's what I do now. Like, people are like, hey, Mark, you know, after my last show, people are like, dude, first of all, I shouldn't have been a light heavyweight. I did it because I took 5 years off of lifting as a bodybuilder. Took 8 years off of the stage because I was boxing really poorly, by the way. Now, those of you who critique my boxing, I agree with everything bad you say. I fucking suck. But God, I love it. Sometimes you do things you love, even if you suck at it, you know? Sometimes you just do. But I saw all the criticisms and I did my best and I took it for what it's worth. But no advice you give me is going to help me in boxing because I just suck at it. You know, it's like, hey, man, you need to move better. I'm like, I can't. This is about all I got. So in bodybuilding, which is a sport I'm actually kind of good at, when people write like, hey, man, you got to bring up your legs to win Masters USA, I'm like, I need to bring up my legs. So it motivated me. In fact, today when I was training legs, I literally thought to myself, I'm like, I need to bring up my fucking legs. I'm 10 days out and I felt great. So use that as fuel. So you're in a sport that you're being judged and then you're mad that people online are judging you harshly. That's the sport. That's just what it is. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to post social media, 2 options. And Nick Trigilli brought up this one. Hire someone to do your social media. Send them pictures and let them go to town. And you'll make so much money on social media, as Nick said, that you will be able to actually afford to pay that person pretty well. All right, there's number 1. Number 2 is don't fucking post. Just show up to the show and win or lose. You won't get paid. You won't make shit, but you'll post. I mean, you'll fucking, I'm sorry, you won't post, but you'll feel better about yourself. No one can talk shit if you're not out there. Like, you don't need social media, but if you want to get paid, you probably should have it. Because it's different now. You're not getting those weirder contracts. They're not putting you on the cover of Flex Magazine. You are your own Flex Magazine. So you need to go in and you need to utilize your social media like you are the publication. And until motherfuckers can figure that out, they ain't going to get paid. You look at someone like a Hunter Labrada, and you look at, why am I blanking on the name? From Blackstone. Why am I blanking on the name? It's going to come to me right after this video. But yeah, you look at what they did with his first show and everything. You look at, that's how you promote yourself. And that's how you maximize it. Look, dude, you're not going to bodybuild forever. Like, I could be a businessman till I die, till my 70s, 80 years old. You can't get on stage in tights and make good money into your 50s and 60s and 70s. Dexter Jackson is an anomaly. All right? He's a complete anomaly. So you got till you're what, 38, 42 years old? Then what? You got to make as much money as possible in as short as time as possible and get out while your liver still works. And that's what you need to do. But unfortunately, you just got to learn how to market yourself. And some of these guys aren't good at marketing. So then you just need to hire someone. But yeah, Ian's right. You don't need social media, and it can suck to have criticism. But realize you're in a sport that literally criticizes you for a living. And if you don't get used to that, let it bounce off you, it's going to be a long fucking career. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys being a part of this. Comment down below what your thoughts are. People I mentioned this, Generation Iron. I mentioned Nick Trigilli, Bodybuilding and Bullshit. And I really appreciate everything you guys do. Once again, guys, tigerfitness.com is my website. Go there to buy some stuff, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and of course, click on the notification bell. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game. The best booster isn't a shot. It's your natural immune system. Every time we step out into the world, we are attacked by viruses that do their best to break down our defenses. Vita helps solve this problem. Vita contains proven antiviral replication supplements and Imulina to ensure that your body is primed to defend itself against foreign invaders. Don't go another day unprotected. Get your Vita today.